Hey, college basketball fans, it's Gary Greene, longtime sports handicapper and professional sports bettor here in Las Vegas for the past 35 years. And this is your Gary Wins videos. And this is college basketball, week number 4, stock up teams of the week. And we'll start off with Wisconsin, off to a beautiful 7-0 start. And this is a team that is now being led by a former Colorado State kid who I liked at Colorado State. I watch a lot of Mountain West out here with UNLV in the conference here, late night games, so you get to catch a lot of teams that you maybe not normally would see. And this guard, John Tanji kid, was a really nice player for Colorado State, not a superstar. But right now, he is one of the most improved players in college basketball this year. I really like the way this kid has played, intensified. His shooting has gotten better. He's taken the ball to the hoop, averaging 23 points a game. I like the Blackwell guard kid. He's a solid player. They have two bigs that I really like. Crowell seems like he's been playing for years there. And then, of course, Winter. Not an overly deep team. I like the Klesmik kid. I like the nucleus of this team. I think this team has the makings to be able to knock off a few teams, and they've already done it so far this year. So like the direction that Wisconsin's going in. And this head coach a little bit on the hot seat after a down year, not living up to expectations for a couple years, really. So I expect Wisconsin to be better than a lot of people thought, including me. Next up in the Atlantic 10 is Loyola Chicago and the Ramblers. 6-0. Their head coach Valentine, he's worked some magic before with this team. I like the makeup of this team last year. I like the makeup of this team even better this year. This is a big, athletic, very good defensive intensity team. I like those type of teams because I feel like when they're playing teams that aren't as capable with talent that they have, they will wear them out, and by the end of the game, they'll be grinding out wins and pulling away in a lot of them. This is a situation where they have a guard, Jason Dawson, and then they also have another kid, Des Watson. These two kids are going to lead this team this year, and I think they're going to do some big things. I think they are going to be right up there in the top 2 in the Atlantic 10, team to watch and look to bet on. Next up, we'll have Arizona State and Bobby Hurley. It's been a crazy past couple of years for Bobby Hurley. He had one good team that he kind of advanced a little bit in the tournament, but for the most part, got killed by a kid signing at the last second overseas. That was the top player he had recruited in for last year's team. Just killed every bit of momentum that they would have had and never really recovered. They got beat up a lot. But this team, they're not a deep team. I will say that right now. But the top 5, 6 guys can play fast-paced. Now, how long, I don't know. But for right now, they're getting away with it. They're playing good ball. They lost to a loaded, and my number 1 team, Gonzaga, 88-80. They hung tough with those kids. So if you can hang tough with Gonzaga, you can hang tough with anybody else in the country, that's for sure. So this is a situation where this team brought in 2 solid transfers, Quinton's and Sinan, and I think that this team, again, although not deep, will be a lot better and a lot more improved than they were last year. And the next 2 teams I'm going to finish with are 2 teams from the Missouri Valley Conference. Number 4 will be Bradley, 6-1 right now this year. They have a deep roster. They have a solid guard backup, 2 guards backing up this team here, leading the way. And they have some good bigs. They already have 2 nice wins over Rice State and Middle Tennessee State. And the forward on this team, his name is Darius Hannah. You want to watch this kid. This kid can play. He's a beast. And I think that this team will vie for a Missouri Valley Conference title this year. Last but not least, another Missouri Valley team that I think will vie for a title as well, 6-0 Drake. Drake off to a great start. They have a brand new head coach. His name is McCullum. You want to write this guy's name down because this guy's a good one. He has won at every level he's coached. He's coached some lower level college basketball, but he's won titles. He has done nothing but win. He's an excellent X and O's coach. And this guy returned only 1 player that was on last year's roster that actually played, and he also returned 1 walk-on. So he returned nothing, but he brought 4 kids with him from Northwest Missouri State, and he's added some solid transfers. And this guy's kind of like my Indiana in college football pick that I said right off the bat this year in college football after 1 week that they made the greatest hire that they could possibly make at Indiana football, getting Kirk Cignetti. This guy's going to be the Kirk Cinetti hire in college basketball, I believe, this year. He's going to bring this group along. I thought it might have taken a little while, but they're off to a good start right away. And they already have a couple of nice wins as well. But this guy is a very solid coach, and very solid coaches will get their kids to play. And there's nobody coming back, so everybody knows his system, or at least the main kids that he brought in with him. The transfers that he's brought in look pretty good, and I expect that this team will be a nice team. And they might knock off a team or two that's a bigger name school. So look to take them, maybe getting 8 to 10 points, 12 points against some of these bigger name schools that aren't as good as a lot of people talk about. Just because they're big name schools doesn't make them as good as some of these lower level teams. And we've seen that in college basketball. That's what makes March Madness so good. So that's your college basketball week 4 stock up 5 teams of the week. And we hope that you check out all our other videos at Gary Wins Videos. And everybody have a great Thanksgiving week ahead.